Laying northwest of Mount Kenya and started in 1907 by British settlers, Nanyuki would play host to the first round of the Fly Sachs Rally Raid Championship. The battleground would, however, be in the stunning Loldaiga Wildlife Conservancy, spanning over 200 square kilometers with hills, forests, and dry open ranges.
We are in Loldaiga Farm, Loldaiga Ranch actually, which is just outside Nanyuki town. It's a fantastic piece of land, so we've got all closed roads, and the ranch owner has been very good to us and given us a lot of land to host the raid.
This is a fantastic spot. I mean, it's a privilege to be on such big acreage here, and it's just amazing scenery. Looking forward.
It's all private roads, so it's all closed roads. There's nobody on the track. There is no chances of oncoming traffic in any way. So that makes all the difference.
Title sponsors Fly Sachs was on full livery at the raid headquarters, which doubled up as the scrutineering area.
Well, it's nice always to be here on the first event. Last year I missed an event, so that really, makes it a short season. So it's nice to be here for the first, and hopefully we'll do the whole season. New sponsor, new season, we'll try.
We've set out a route which is very challenging. You've got fasts, you've got slows, you've got rocks, you've got riverbeds. Everything that we could think about we've included. The only thing we don't have is rain. But apart from that, it's good to go. So they have animal corridors coming through. You'll see elephants, you'll see buffaloes, you'll see lots of deer, zebras, the usual animals here. So the drivers have to be careful as they come around corners and things. You never know. Could be an elephant in front of you. It's actually a navigator's route that we've done. So the navigator has to be spot on. Otherwise, there's a lot of do not misses. There's a lot of diverts that if they don't keep on the track, they will lose their way.
It's actually easier than you think. A lot of the when you're coming into the notes, where the notes are, there's normally something clearly defined. So it's easy normally to cross-reference the note to the actual physical landscape. So it's easier than you think. Although we do get lost often.
My ambition is to try and really just do as many events as I can this year. I'm not a competitive contender for top slots, but enjoy the riding and being part of the community. So yeah, do my best, have some fun, see where I get to. No great goals to fulfill. I think probably my best ambition to set this year is to see if I can stop falling off my motorbike. I haven't done that yet, so that's the first step. I'll be really happy if I don't get covered in blood this year. But you got less wheels to fall off, so generally the bikes get around a bit more reliably. Really, my interest at the moment is bikes because these bikes are so good. I mean, okay, it's a big check to write to get a KTM or equivalent on-road, off-road competitive bike. But once you've done that, you're not facing all these expenses of rallying. So, it's for a budget motorsport. Once you've got the machine, it's quite good.
Today we'll just get used to the notes. I mean, this is a new season, new note makers, so we'll just take it easy today, and just wait for others to fail. That's the plan.
I think if to end up in the sort of middle to higher middle positions, and against some cars would be good. There are very few bikes competing at the moment. There's only like 4 of us that seem to be regulars. So we're actually racing amongst friends in that respect.
So far, we'll get to the start. After that, I don't know.
Are you looking forward to maybe one day just chapa in Shibam? New Vijanas?
No, that's not even on my radar. Passing him with his bike broken down, that's a good feeling, yeah. That's about the only time I'm going to get past him.
Thank you very much, Sachs 540. We really appreciate it. Thank you very very much. The club, without the clubs, the commission can't make the stage championship. So thank you very much to Bimmel. Thank you all for supporting, and let's have a good raid.
Technical formalities and final brief done, the action quickly moved to the fast stage of the raid. Championship leader Ross Field led the pack away in his Centurion CRT prototype. He was in the inevitable position of sweeper, not only making tracks, but clearing the road of any stray game. Carl Tundo in his Milner was on a charge. He caught Ross and rode into the final control, 2 minutes clear of the CRT. Ian Duncan stormed through the stage and finished behind Tundo. 1 minute 18 seconds was all that separated them. He was leading the modified class. Just Zubier was running a small turbo as he had damaged his 2018 Super Turbine. The young dentist in his new Dream KTM Enduro bike was enjoying the stages. Shivam Vinayak's mission was simple: continue his winning streak, which he had mastered on his trusty Kawasaki. Mark Glenn and Patrick Garner had other ideas. They tore through the stage and set fastest time. The CRT on song, they were sitting on a 30-second cushion and firmly on the lead. The rest of the field could only hope the top boys ran into trouble for them to climb up the ladder. Vincent Bullinger had a challenging day. Teething problems in his gearbox hampered progress. His CRT only just arrived in the country a day before. He was 6 minutes behind the leader.
Not the first rally race. I didn't finish my first one, but it's the third one which I've taken part in this buggy. Yeah, it was fast and twisty. Yeah, I had a difficult time trying to roll up the scrolls because mine's manual.
We got around, so we're happy about that. We had an overheating issue, so we were forced to go a little bit slowly because the engine was running at 120. Yeah, probably a lack of preparation more than anything else. This is our first raid for, I think, more than 2 years now. So just very rusty. Yeah, tomorrow just keep going, have fun. That's the aim of Rally Raid.
Yeah, absolutely, it's chalk and cheese. But yeah, good fun. We just got around. That was our aim. We've changed the whole setup of the vehicle from what it used to be when I used to drive it in the previous rally raids. So it's just a matter of getting used to it, and then learn it and see what she surprises you with. Yeah, there was a bit of rough, a bit of fast. The navigation was spot on. So we really enjoyed it. But like I said, we didn't open her up completely because we're still learning her. And I wanted to get home at the end of day one.
It was good. I mean, first time also with the CRT. So I just imported last week, or this week, arrived on Wednesday, took it out on yesterday, and yeah, here it is. So yeah, quite happy, yes. Good, totally different. The different car from the buggy, different from the quad, so yeah, good experience, yeah, just to carry on. Well, this year is probably just to get some experience, and next year is probably to try to beat the big one. Yeah, let's see.
We didn't actually make it too far. First straight ever, 100 meters in, we broke a prop shaft. But quick thinking, we managed to sort it out, go in rear wheel drive, and the main thing was to finish, and we managed to bring it round.
Oh, f***, the exhaust is hot. Come on. Oh, it's going into the pump, hang on. And the gearbox cable back in as well. And then we can go in front wheel.
We can only get better, that's what I'm gonna say. The car is on point, teething problems, but I'm sure we'll get it right.
It's not really much of a story, really. I think it's something I've always wanted to do. I think it's a growing sport, and the fact that the company I work for is sponsoring the event you know, for this. Well, actually sponsoring the season. It just created an opportunity. Well, you know, competing with the big boys might be a bit difficult. We're just trying to figure out how to navigate each other around the track, which is quite a mission. But you know, looking forward, it's fun. I think it's a great event. You know, it's something that will grow. I think with more rallies done and more raids done, I think we'll build a bit more experience, and then we can try and get a bit faster and try and spruce up the car a bit more. You know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. My navigator, his name is Jonathan Baker. He was a last-minute addition. I literally asked him on Thursday night. He was like, "All right, let's go on Friday." So. It works, you know, and we're both, as I said, we're both learning how to, you know, figure it out, let's put it that way. But he did very well for the first event. We did, you know, miss a few junctions here, but I think that's part and parcel of the raid.
Yeah, it was good, but we had a lot of problems with the gearbox. So we literally, first we lost second gear just at the beginning. So first gear to third gear, and third gear not enough power. First gear was just overheating, but yeah, we brought it round. Not bad at all. Yeah, good fun. Better. Yeah, I thought it'd be crazy and really tough, but yeah, it was good fun. We really enjoyed it. My navigator is new as well, so first time navigating, me first time driving, and the car's been out for the first time. Yeah, so it was good. This is just homemade Land Rover chassis, Hummer engine, Land Cruiser diffs, Subaru suspensions. Yeah, but it all seemed to work well, except for that second gear. Yeah, so we built it ourselves. It took us 2 years to build. Yeah, but yeah, it's working. It's not so bad.
And so the day ended with a Northscape branded CRT at the front. The rest of the crews re-strategizing on possibilities of day 2. Dawn on day 2, it ushered in hopes of a win for the title contenders. An 84-kilometer loop to be repeated twice awaited the crews. Mark and Patrick knew if they faltered, the Milner behind was waiting in the wings, ready to pounce with no let-up from day 1. They bolted into action and set fastest time on leg 1. It was enough to seal the win, and they drove on leg 2 without pressure and took pole position on the podium. Tundo, in his usual flat-out stance, took a jump too fast and landed heavily. Their rear suspension collapsing. They dragged it for 5 kilometers till the Milner cried enough. And they were out. Rosefilter turned up the wick. He posted second fastest time on the first leg and fastest stage time on leg 2, clawing over a minute on the leader. It was, however, too little too late, as they had run out of stage miles and settled for second overall. Rally ace Ian Duncan and Des Page Morris also bowed out with a blown turbo on the first leg. Shivam Vinayak was having a blast. He held station and kept out trouble.
Shivam, how did it go inside there?
Yeah, very well. Really enjoyed it. Navigation was on point, so that's half the job done. 80 kilometers to go, so let's see how it is.
He filled the last podium slot and first overall in the bike class. The two bikes behind were embroiled in a battle royale. Robbie Calder and Danilo Paci traded stage times, with Robbie taking the first stage and Danilo snatching it back on leg 2.
How is it going in there?
Crazy fast, wide open.
It later emerged that Robbie had stopped out to rescue a tortoise get off the route. Consistency finally paid off, as Just brought home his Land Rover on first position in the modified car class.
How is it going? Yeah, well, very good. It's a lovely track. And you have done Kenya all the time on the background. It is really perfect.
Vincent had come to grips with his CRT and even set third fastest stage time on leg 3. Nish was having a hair-rising drive. The Kenya cut wasn't set up properly on day 1 and on day 2. The brakes failed and impaired any competitive driving.
How's it going?
Terrible. We lost our brakes in the first 5 kilometers of the stage. So we've driven without brakes all the way here. Scary. But we took it easy. Over here.
Rajesh Maini and Crispin Kennedy had a good run before trouble called. Day 1 saw the temperature spike to 120 degrees. Day 2 started with a puncture after a run-in with a stump. They burst a rear shock mount, drove onto it after attempts to repair were fruitless, and finally, an off that resulted in being stopped by a termite mound. A ripped tire, damaged steering, and severed brake lines crowned their misfortunes. They miraculously finished and scored points. Making their debut in the sport were the Orange Fly 540 of Imran Ahmed and enduro rider Jonathan Baylor. Straight out of box, they set commendable stage times despite catching the crews ahead and getting stuck in their dust. This is a crew to watch out for in the forthcoming raids. The championship fight has just begun with Mark and Patrick having drawn fast blood. Join us as we head off to Naivasha on the 28th to 29th April for the second round of the rally raid.